Once again, it's time for your Role Players podcast with your guy, Mr. B, and Mr. Know-It-All, philosophical, keeping it fresh, Jay.
Oh yeah, bang bang.
Oh man, here we go. Here we go.
This is my show today.
Oh, this is your show?
This is my show today.
Will it be your show next week?
It's gonna be my show next week. My show for the next 3-4 weeks, bro.
3-4 weeks. Ooh.
That's right.
Oh, so you anticipate losing the Super Bowl?
We're not
you can catch this podcast on Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Spreaker, home of the Role Players, and several other platforms. And do us a favor. I know if you're out there watching us live on Facebook, you can hit play and then share. Play, then share. Play, then share. But not only are we on Facebook, but we're on Twitter and Instagram. And Jay, it's been a week, man.
Yeah,
it has been a week. I'm having that. I guess holiday layover, hangover, man. I was struggling this week.
The sweet potato pie is doing a number on you.
It's not sweet potato pie. Maybe it was just too much of a good thing.
Maybe too much of a good thing.
Yeah, man. I can't function, man.
Well, you got problems then, man.
Yeah, I hit some old man snoozies at work. Yeah,
where you just sitting there and you're dozing off.
Yeah,
you back up and you look around like, I hope nobody see me.
Yeah, I pulled one today. Today was a real struggle, and I was like, I woke up and you know how you wake up and you stay still because you're like, maybe somebody heard me snoring.
Right.
Yeah, man. How about yourself, man?
Oh man, it's been a crazy week too, man. I had a long day today for some reason, man. I was just tired.
Tired?
Yeah, man. I was tired, man. It's an exhausting week, man. I seen a 8-car pileup this week.
An 8-car pileup?
8-car pileup, man. Right there in Charlotte on 77, man.
An 8-car pileup?
8-car pileup.
Well, I assume you're not one of the cars.
I wasn't one of the cars, but I was trailing, and I was doing the most infamous thing that you're not supposed to be doing, and I was getting ready to text and drive.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and something,
you can't do that.
And something said, put your phone down. And I looked up, and I witnessed it. It was like in slow motion, man, and I was like, wow. And it was like 4 cars in the fast lane. I seen a guy wrecked a nice Range Rover.
Ooh wee.
30-day tags.
Dang, he was done. Just got that bad, baby.
Yeah, man. It was tore up both sides of the bumper, so it wasn't like one side. So the back bumper was hanging, and something was hanging from up under there, and then the
it's done.
Yeah, it was done.
Oh, it's done.
It's done. 30 days.
It's done.
And then it was like, then I seen a car smack against the wall. Another car smashed against the 18-wheeler, and then the guy had to climb out on the passenger side.
Was everybody okay?
Everybody was okay.
Man, that's too much.
Everybody was okay. I did a Samaritan thing. I stopped and made sure everyone was okay. And me and the other guy called the ambulance and the police. And I got in my truck so I wouldn't get stuck in traffic.
Well, you know what? As terrible as that may sound, I was just getting ready to say, hey, man, I hope you avoided that traffic.
That's the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, I think they made a mistake. We can talk about that real briefly. I think they kind of made a mistake with the toll lane in Charlotte.
I don't know, man.
Because it's a barrier up. Now, you know, when we go upstate, the toll lanes are a different lane.
Yeah.
There's no barrier up that's keeping you from getting to the toll lane. Yeah. It's blocked off by a median.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
In Charlotte, man, it looks a little confusing.
No.
It's not like upstate. It's like they got
it looks cumbersome, man. It looks like it's too much.
Yeah, it's kind of too much, man. And then it opens back up, and then it closes and open back up. And I kind of think they did a rush job on it. And I've seen a couple accidents really go down. And I was like, I think that toll lane is causing accidents because people are swerving in and out of that toll lane.
No, sir. No, I don't want to go down there. Not right now. You know, maybe they need to hash that out. I don't know, but man, I'm glad you survived that.
Yeah,
know.
I survived, man.
Yeah, man. You know who told you to put that phone down?
Who?
The Voodoo Daddy.
The Voodoo Daddy.
We need to find the Voodoo Daddy, man.
And the Voodoo Daddy is probably out of commission, man.
Well, I don't know, because he's probably been doing work down there in Louisiana, because those LSU Tigers are rolling.
They are rolling.
Man, they rolling. They rolling in the deep, brother. But, hey, they are going up against the Clemson Tigers. Man, we got the Tigers versus the Tigers.
Yeah, and then you got the number 1 draft prospect against the number 1 draft prospect next year.
Yeah. A lot's on the line in this game, buddy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge game, man. And
man, it's gonna be such a good game, man. Dabo has really turned around Clemson. I mean, these guys don't lose. Now, granted, they're in the ACC, so they're not playing tough competition. I know that, but man, they don't lose though.
Yeah, Dabo, they're going for the big 3-0.
Yeah,
30-game win streak in a row. And he could be the second coach ever to win 15 games.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence, if Trevor Lawrence can win this title, he would have maybe an opportunity to win 3 titles. Who has ever done that?
Nobody's done that.
Nah, man, nobody.
Maybe I need to look that up sometime, but
nobody that I know of. I can't, that's rare. And he's like a top prospect for the NFL.
Oh, he's number 1 prospect. Like, the Panthers should tank next season.
Oh, man, who should not tank?
I'm just saying, man.
I mean, I will say I was watching him in that game. Well, it's been 2 weeks ago now, but I was watching him in that game, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to survive Ohio State. And he did what I said a lot of quarterbacks should do, but he was just balling, man. He made that big, long run. He just made it work. And then coming down the stretch, he made some throws. He did a lot in that game that most people might say, oh, well, we overlooking it. But the dude was a monster in that game.
Yeah, Sunshine had a real good game.
He did. He had it wasn't as good as Burrow's, but it was still good.
Yeah, he shut me up last week because I had been.
Me too.
I had been like bearing down on him, saying this guy was not tough, and when you get in between the lines and in the trenches, and he's getting smacked in the mouth, and he was taking a beating out there at the Ohio State game.
He really was,
and he put on his cape,
man,
and took over.
He took flight.
The ball game.
He took
over
flight.
The ball game.
That joker got on his launch pad and went into orbit because he did what you would want your quarterback to do. But Joe Burrow, on the other hand, this dude looks like he cannot be touched, bruh. I kid you not. I've never seen a quarterback this polished in college football.
I have.
Who?
Chris Winkie.
Nah, buddy.
He reminds me, man.
No,
every time
sir.
I look at Burrow, man, and I'm looking at Burrow, and I'm like, man,
cut it out.
This 5th year thing.
Cut it out.
Every time I say, yeah, man, he's the man. This 5th year thing, it just takes me. It takes me to another level, man. And I got to say, I'm not sure. So you mean to tell me he win this game? You mean to tell me you'll draft him over Tua?
Yes.
You'll draft you can honestly say
win or no win, Jay. I'm taking him over Tua.
He's a better prospect than Tua, right?
Yes, I'm taking him over Tua.
And Herbert.
We ain't even talking about Herbert. That's not even. This guy may not even clip the first round. Bro.
He may not get the first round.
So you're talking about Joe Burrow versus Tua.
So
I'm taking Joe Burrow. I'm taking him. It's not even close, Jay. What are you doing? I'm taking Joe Burrow.
So you don't remember, just think back. I want you to just think back to when Tua came into the game.
Okay.
And took the starting job.
Okay.
And they went on to win the national. Yeah, they won. They went on to win the national championship. And his run didn't stop. Pretty much. Yeah, they lost to Clemson. But his run didn't stop pretty much until his hip fell out.
Exactly. That's all the more reason for me to say I got to pump the brakes on Tua. And I got to move forward with Joe Burrow. There's without a doubt, Joe Burrow is the top prospect. He is the top quarterback. As much as I like Tua, and I'm going to be real with you, before Tua got hurt, I was looking at Tua and I was like, he's good, but I just don't know how good. Now, I will say for Joe Burrow, Smoking Joe, I am concerned because this is kind of like a 1-year wonder thing. Maybe he comes to the NFL. It's too big for him. But this guy, the skills that I've seen him display, he looks like the real deal. I mean, the guy knows how to move the pocket. The guy knows how to throw the ball where only his guy can get it. His accuracy is out of this world. It's out of this world, man. If he goes through this Clemson game and makes light work of their defense, that's going to be another notch on his belt towards the NFL. Tua doesn't even come close to Joe Burrow.
I don't know, man.
You better know something.
My gut is telling me. My eyes is telling me Burrow. My gut is telling me pass on this guy.
Well, then you're going to pass on him and not take Tua. There's no way you pick Tua over Burrow.
I'm like, man, this guy. I mean,
okay, so you're Cincinnati. It's time to pick. You've been through the combines. It's time to pick. It's time to do all of that. Your name is up there on the clock. Who do you take?
I take the defensive guy.
Oh, man, get out of Dodge.
I'm telling you. I'm taking the defensive guy.
So who are you taking? Chase Young?
Yeah.
So you're going to take Chase Young over Joe Burrow. A league where you can't find a quarterback to save your life. A league where Gardner Minshew is probably going to line up as the starting quarterback.
Yeah, because I think I can get a quarterback in the second round with my second pick.
Who?
Justin Herbert.
No. So you're going to pass. You're going to get the pass rusher and then pick up the quarterback. If you pass on Joe Burrow and at this point Tua, then you may as well just pass on the quarterbacks.
I draft the quarterback second or third round, and I sign one in free agency.
Who are you signing?
Whoever's available.
Nick Foles will be out there.
I mean, I may go Nick Foles. I may go.
Man, you get ready to tear your team up.
I'm not going to tear my team up because if I go all in on Burrow, and I'm the Cincinnati Bengals, who has the best wide receivers in college football right now?
Alabama.
And then who's second?
You can say LSU.
Yeah. Who has the most talent right now in college football?
You can say Clemson.
And then who's right there with them?
LSU and Alabama.
Man. So what?
And Ohio State.
Yeah, man, that LSU team is stacked, especially at wide receiver.
Okay.
So if
he can't make them catch the ball, he's putting it where it needs to be. Now, I'm not taking away from LSU receivers, but Joe Burrow is making it easy for them guys.
Who's catching the ball in Cincinnati?
And you really don't know. You really don't know.
This ain't LSU
so
anymore.
That's your argument? No.
Man, I don't know, man. This guy.
Okay.
I like Burrow. He's been Burrow on the bench for a while.
Oh, man, get out of Dodge.
And he's a fifth-year senior, and he got a chance. And, I mean, he got a chance. He took the opportunity. He seized the moment, and he played. He bounced around a couple times. But
you've been drinking too much eggnog over the holidays or something.
I didn't drink any eggnog this year.
Well, you high off life or something. Something's going on because that is crazy. And anyway, you can take Joe Burrow, and the receiver position is so deep in this year's draft. You can get 2 receivers for Joe Burrow.
So who you got in this game?
I'm going LSU. I'm going LSU 27-24.
Well, if LSU hold them under 30 points, I mean, if Clemson hold them under 30 points, they're probably going to win because LSU, I think, have scored 30 points in every game at least this season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So let me break this down for you.
Please do. Oh, righteous one.
Yeah, they're playing in New Orleans. This is a backyard game for LSU.
It really is.
This game, Burrow has turned into he's your new number 12 because you just salivated over Burrow like never before.
Burrow.
And they are stacked. Clemson, I mean, if Clemson win this game, If Clemson win this game, this will be historically the biggest upset I've ever witnessed.
Oh, it will be. It will be an upset.
This will be huge because they're playing a national championship game essentially in their backyard.
But they can win though.
They can win.
Clemson can win.
So Clemson is underdogs. Clemson really don't have a chance. And that's why I think Clemson might win.
Give me a score. Give me a score, wise guy.
I'm going Clemson. In order for them to win this game, they have to keep LSU under 30 points.
This better not be no Chris Berman special. You get ready to
It
rip
ain't no
out
Chris
your
Berman
mouth.
special. Clemson, 28. LSU, 27 in overtime.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a heck of a game. I cannot wait. This is what we've all been waiting for. So you got to make sure you tune in to see that championship on Monday. I hate that they make us wait 2 weeks, man. That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of them and the NFL making us wait 2 weeks because, NFL wedges in that garbage Pro Bowl.
I think they should. I think the NFL should be 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah. You know why?
Give it to me the next week.
No. You know why?
Why, to get everybody healthy?
No. That's the biggest game of those guys' lives. They're going to be on the field. So give them 2 weeks to prepare.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Give them 2 weeks to prepare.
Every game is the biggest game of your life. You might be cut in the NFL.
No, that Super Bowl is huge.
Man, you might be cut in the NFL.
Give them 2 weeks to prepare. So let me ask you.
You might not even make it to the Super Bowl roster.
So you think if they wouldn't have took 2 weeks to play the game, you think the Vikings would have closed out the Patriots?
When?
Well, the Falcons would have closed out the Patriots.
Oh, you talking about the Falcons? You said the Vikings. I was like,
Falcons.
what?
Yeah, the Falcons would have closed out the Patriots.
The Falcons would have got the Patriots.
With 1 week, right?
That's right.
With 1 week of preparation.
That's right. You need to bring your game.
That's why you prepare for 2 weeks, man.
You prepared for 2 weeks for Tom Brady and Belichick.
Yeah.
Nah.
Prepare for 2 weeks.
Man, that's bogus.
Your team hasn't been in a Super Bowl, have you?
Well, that's because we don't have the tools that we need to get there.
That's why you're saying that.
But part of the tools to get to a Super Bowl is the head coach. And it was a lot of head coaches on the move.
And this is what I've been waiting for.
Oh man, I've been waiting for.
I got my Philly Dilly gavel beater.
No.
Beating the table.
So we saw a lot of moves. We saw Ron Rivera go to Washington.
Yeah.
We saw
it's a great move.
Rule come to Carolina. They
not sexy, but okay.
The owner, he's backing it up. He's backing it up. He's paying for it. Then we had what the Giants went with Joe Judge.
Yeah, that's
what is that?
It's a lot of Patriot guys are saying this is a great move. Ex-Patriot guys.
The Browns still have not named the commander-in-chief.
I got the Browns. I know who should be Browns coach.
And then we got how about them Cowboys with Mike McCarthy. So well, let's go right to Mike McCarthy.
Oh, yes.
Let's go right to Mike McCarthy. Because I said it's not that bad of a move. You feel otherwise.
Oh, that's a horrible move.
Man, listen.
I'm going to dive right in. That's a horrible move.
Man, listen. We all know Jerry Jones has to have a Jerry Jones guy. Does Mike McCarthy not look like a Jerry Jones guy? He's not going to debate Jerry Jones.
He don't look like a Jerry Jones
He's a
guy.
yes man.
And by the way, Mike McCarthy, man, I hope you looked at that. Now, I don't really take personal shots at people, but he's a little wide.
He's a little wide. You talk about he's fat.
No, he's not fat. He's wide. Man.
He's been wide.
No, he's not.
Oh, yes, he has. And that's what a few off seasons will do to you.
He's bubbled up a little bit over the.
Well, you got the red sheet in Kansas City. Now you got the blue sheet down in there. They say everything bigger in Texas, so he's gonna fit right in.
So going into what's going on in the field, man. I mean, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like Mike McCarthy.
Time out. You just gonna go into it.
I'm gonna go ahead and go right
why
in.
you don't like Mike
Why
McCarthy?
I don't like the hiring of Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
because you had other guys. I mean, you could have went to me. You know, it's all about your coaching staff when you become a coach. I'm a coach. Okay, it's all about your coaching staff. So Jerry Jones picks his own coaching staff.
A lot of the times, yeah.
And the head coach is just like coaching with guys he really don't have a rapport with. And I mean, if you watch Hard Knocks, you kind of see how it can go left because Hugh Jackson really didn't like those guys. And those guys really didn't give a damn about Hugh Jackson. I mean, let's just call it what it is. That was a horrible situation. That was a horrible situation. But Mike McCarthy is coming to this situation. He has basically the same coaching staff that Jason Garrett. And it was kind of insult. I heard some people say that Jason Garrett was going to come back on the coaching staff. Like,
he would have been a loser to do that.
Who does that? Like, you think I'm going to come back?
A Jerry guy.
So, it's no way.
A disciple of Jerry.
So, my thing is, I know this guy won a Super Bowl. But, guys, I mean.
Mary Jerry.
He coached 13 seasons in Green Bay as head coach.
13 seasons, Jay.
Hold up. Let me finish. He had Brett Favre the first two, followed up by Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I'm talking about Aaron freaking Rodgers, man. That's like having.
Now you got Dak Prescott.
That's like having Peyton Manning followed by Tom Brady. Like you can't help but win. I mean, come on. So now this is the concerning thing because this guy was once upon a time on the 49ers coaching staff. So my problem is not he won't win. My problem is, and I'm gonna roll a couple names off: Alex Smith, Aaron Brooks.
Okay.
How about some of the guys he has coached?
But he won with those guys. He got the most out of a lot of those guys.
He did not win with Alex Smith and Aaron Brooks.
He did. He got something out of Aaron Brooks.
Aaron Brooks, no, that was the guy before.
Man, Aaron Brooks would have been out of the NFL. He wasn't even that good.
That was before Mike McCarthy got a hold to him. Aaron Brooks had his worst year of his career up under Mike McCarthy. So do we agree that is Dak more of the Alex Smith, Aaron Brooks protocol? Or is he more of the Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre mode?
For what it's worth, he's on the other side that you said.
He's on the wrong side of the coin, right?
Oh man.
Okay, so that's my problem. So if this guy and the other problem is, okay, he left Green Bay. And I know we're prisoners of the moments, and I do believe that there's more problems other than Mike McCarthy that was with Green Bay.
It was huge problems. Aaron Rodgers.
But he
call it like it is.
But this is his team now.
It is his team.
And Green Bay had a top 5 rushing attack this season.
Okay, so what?
So now the only season that he had a top rushing game was the season he had Eddie Lacy.
Okay. So
it's either two things.
He's running the ball in Dallas, by the way.
But he don't run the ball.
He is running the ball in Dallas. This is Jerry Jones's team.
So he didn't run the ball in New Orleans when he had Aaron Brooks. He didn't run the ball in San Francisco when he had Frank Gore.
So he's not going to run the ball on a Jerry Jones team? You're running the ball.
No, he's not running the ball.
He is running the ball.
He's not running the ball.
That was part of the interview process.
You're gonna have some games where Zeke is gonna get 7-8 touches, and everybody gonna be like, "Man, you got to run Zeke."
Man, Jerry Jones asked that man 2 questions to get the job. He said, "Did Dez catch it?" And he said, "Yes, he did." And then he said, "Are you gonna run the ball, son?" And he said, 100 plays a game. I'm running the ball. He is running the ball.
He wouldn't run the ball in Green Bay, man. Listen,
you have to be a Jerry Jones guy, bruh.
In Green Bay, everybody know that Green Bay is the frozen tundra.
That's right.
On that, and he wanted to pass the ball all during the game.
Because he had the best arm in the game.
Oh, you kidding me?
And he won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl.
So listen,
as much as you saying he didn't run the ball, he ran the ball.
How long ago that's been he won a Super Bowl?
It's been a long time ago.
Been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been quite some time.
Man, 10 years ago, dinosaurs was playing football. It's not even the same type of game. It's not.
See, Mike say he won
It's
with
not-
Aaron Brooks.
He did not win with Aaron Brooks.
He won with
Listen,
Aaron Brooks.
let me tell you something.
We're
man.
not saying he won a Super Bowl with Aaron Brooks,
No.
but he got the most out of Aaron
No,
Brooks.
he did not get the most out of Aaron Brooks, man.
You hate Mike
He
McCarthy.
did not get
Just
the most out of
admit it
Aaron
right
Brooks.
now on camera that you hate Mike McCarthy.
I don't hate Mike McCarthy.
Yes, you do, because you came out and said, "Let me tell you why I don't like Mike
I'm gonna
McCarthy."
tell you why I don't like Mike McCarthy as a head coach
No, that ain't
for
what
the
you
Dallas
said.
Cowboys.
That ain't what you said. Opening up.
So listen to all my Cowboy fans. If you love your coach, always going back and forth with your quarterback. If you love,
take that out.
if you love inconsistent offense, I'm looking right in the camera. If you love 8-8, then you love Mike McCarthy.
He's gonna make them more of a consistent playoff team than what they've been being. I believe because he won. Okay, now you had your limelight.
Yeah, because I was watching
He's
Green
in a
Bay.
weak division.
I was watching Green Bay. Oh, I don't know. Washington cooking, boy. They cooking, man.
Look,
they cooking.
between Dan Snyder and Jerry Jones, I don't know who's worse, and I can easily say who's worse.
Oh man,
It's Dan Snyder, but we'll get to Ron Rivera because I do expect him to change the culture.
Oh man,
But they are in a weak division as of now. They have the most talent probably out of the division as of now. He is a Jerry Jones guy, meaning he's going to do what Jerry Jones say.
8-8,
But
man.
he has had success
8-8.
before Aaron Rodgers and him fell apart. He actually won. Now keep it truthful now. Those Green Bay teams were not the most talented teams. They just had the best.
Kidding me?
They had the best arm in the game, and they had enough talent. They wasn't the most talented. They had the best talent.
Man, he lost to some teams. Two of the guys. Let me put this out there. Two of the coaches that everybody put up on the pedestal, and I might take some shots at this, but two of the guys who everybody put up on the pedestal who don't win enough. See, to me, man, it's more about winning.
Name your coaches.
Football games. But to me, man, if you got any Hall of Fame quarterback, you have got to give me more than one Super Bowl appearance with these guys.
Cut it out, because I know where you're going.
And
Cut
Sean
it out.
Payton
Cut it out.
and Mike McCarthy
Cut it out.
should have had more than one Super Bowl appearance with these guys.
Now let's be real. The Saints have always under Sean Payton had a makeshift defense. And then the offense on really both teams were built up about the same. Makeshift defenses, and then the arm pretty much makes the rest of the offense.
Okay, so we're gonna.
So the teams are not as great as you making them up to be.
Okay, so we're gonna call it. We're gonna call the spade a spade. We're gonna call the spade a spade right now because to me,
you acting like a joker.
I'm a 49er fan. I bleed red. I bleed red and gold, baby. I bleed red and gold. So check this out. How do you have Drew Brees and you lose to Alex Smith?
Come on, man.
How do you hold up?
Y'all had a good
hold
team.
up. How do you have Aaron Rodgers?
Cut it out.
Hold up now.
Cut it out.
How do you have Aaron Rodgers on that field on the frozen tundra with negative 22 degrees and you lose to Colin Kaepernick? This guy ain't even in the league no more.
Out. Y'all had very good teams.
So I'm a one up you.
Very good teams.
I'm one up you because I watched this game today. We're gonna go in.
I just said they're not the most talented team.
We're gonna go in the present, and the present is now. And I watched the game when Seattle last Super Bowl appearance. And do you know that Green Bay was up on Seattle 19-6 in the last 3 minutes of the game, and you couldn't close the ball game out with Aaron Rodgers?
Dude.
With Aaron freaking Rodgers.
The Packers and
I'm dropping the headset.
Oh man. Take your headset off because you are not listening clearly. I'm not saying Mike McCarthy is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Will he be better than... So let me ask you this. And I want anybody that's watching to answer this. Will he be better than Jason Garrett? You hesitated. That's a yes.
I see the same coach.
No, it's either yes or no. Will he be better than Jason Garrett?
8-8.
Will he be better than Jason Garrett?
What was Dallas' record this season?
Will he be better? It was like 7-9 or 8-8. I don't know. I ain't got it right here in front of me.
8-8. They're 8-18.
Will he be better than Jason Garrett? For the next 5 years, will he be better than Jason Garrett?
No, he won't be there in 5 years.
will he be better than Jason Garrett?
No.
Because you're answering my question.
No, he won't.
You're crazy. If he's better than Jason Garrett, they're a playoff team. That's just that. I'm not saying they're gonna win bowls. I'm saying they're a playoff team.
8-8, man. Mark it, book it. It is January 10th, 2020. I see 2020 vision, and I'm seeing down the road. I'm seeing down the road.
How long is the road?
The road
ain't that long.
The road ain't nothing but 3 years.
You can't see.
The road ain't nothing but 3 years for Mike McCarthy because he gonna be on the hot seat because they got expectations like they think they finna get a Super Bowl.
You on the hot seat?
I ain't on the hot seat.
Yeah, you are.
Mike McCarthy on the hot seat.
Nah, well,
and he wide.
Got that wide load stick on him. Well, Ron Rivera is in DC. I think that's gonna be a very good move for Ron Rivera. Move. I think that's gonna be a good move for the Redskins. Will they be a good team? I don't know, but I think he's gonna stabilize them. Dan Snyder has a lot of Jerry Jones in him. He got to learn how to relinquish some power and he can let this guy build a team, man.
Have he named the offensive coordinator yet?
I haven't seen anybody come through.
I think he did.
But between Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio, that's gonna be a defense.
I love that move. It's only one thing I hate about Jack Del Rio.
What? You got some hate in your blood.
No, there's no hate. Now, listen now. He got the best that was available. So I'm giving him kudos for that. But what I don't like about Jack Del Rio is, that first season, man, they're gonna play like game busters now. They're gonna be all over you.
He gets a little stale.
And then in that second season,
he gets a little stale.
It's gonna get a little stale.
He gets a little stale.
And you're gonna be like, so that's why I'm curious of his whole coaching staff. That's what you got
Ron Rivera for.
Yeah, because Jack Del Rio took that job. You know why he took that job?
Why?
He won't be head coach again. So.
Of course.
So that's what he looking at.
He's either trying to get back into NFL or college.
College, yeah. He's
but I
trying
don't know,
to be
man.
head coach.
Jack might have some stuff up his sleeve. He might have been in the hyperbolic chamber getting right.
I mean, man,
he might bring the cure for all these running quarterbacks. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, he might, but
Jack Del Rio is a defensive mind, brother.
Now Del Rio.
JDR.
Del Rio, bro. When he landed in Oakland, bro, they did some things.
Yeah, it got stale.
And then it got stale quick. So they're gonna be really competitive next season. Really competitive, regardless of whatever they put on the field. They're gonna be real competitive. And I'm just curious to see how this defense is and what they do to bring in, because it's a lot of pieces on that defense. If they can get Reuben Foster head right, they got something. They got something on that side of the ball.
I told a lie. I don't miss Jack Del Rio and Jack.
You don't miss that, man.
I really don't.
That's why I said no, you don't, man.
I don't miss Jack. I just miss winning. I don't miss Jack Del Rio. Because I'm going to tell you, Jack Del Rio got some stuff with him.
He got some stuff with him.
Everybody used to say Jack Del Rio play his guys.
That's right. That's why I say.
And he ain't going to put no talent on the field. You got to be a Jack Del Rio guy.
You got to be a Jack Del Rio guy. That's why I say in that
But you got Ron Rivera.
In that first season, it's going to go down. Now, year 2, he going to have his guys in there. He going to have his hand-picked favorites, and he's going to have his handprint on the team. So you got to have a guy up under Del Rio who knows what he's doing, so you can promote within.
So now we're gonna go up to because wait, who else had a hire? Joe Judge.
Joe Judge and the Panthers?
Yeah. And then the Browns is the one that has not hired.
Browns have not hired, man. Browns need to let LeBron coach them.
Man, I don't understand this Joe Judge thing. They say what really sold them. What really sold them, Jay?
They panicked though.
What really sold them on getting Joe Judge?
Because Rule was their guy.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Rule, but what really sold them on Joe Judge was the fact that he said what really sold them was that he said you got to control the lines up front. You got to win in the trenches. And then that's when they said, you know what, this is the genius mind that we've been missing.
Yeah. Is
that not the key to football?
He also told him that he was one-on-one, but every coach says that. He was one-on-one with Belichick, and Belichick, one thing he said was don't discredit what the guy can't do. Let's talk about what he can do and then move forward. So
Joe Judge is fired today.
It's been a lot of guys. It's been a lot of guys, and the only other coach was Vrabel that I seen the expatriate guys go for.
Yeah, but see, he was a player.
Yeah.
So he has two different mindsets. He has a coach mindset and he knows what it took to play the game too. So Vrabel is a pretty good guy. He's been pretty good, but the true New England coaches, dude, they are the greatest polished turds. I remember Charlie Weiss. I remember
Charlie
Romeo
Weiss don't even
Cornell.
coach nowhere no more.
Dude, he don't coach at all.
Yeah,
Because Charlie
crazy.
Weiss was out there looking like a big ass foghorn leghorn and didn't even fit the bill. That was Notre Dame's worst move in school history.
Yeah, you remember when he got ran over, man, and broke his knee? That's you laughing.
Don't make me laugh at Charlie Weiss. But Charlie Weiss was no good. McDaniel, who the Browns are talking about bringing in.
I think McDaniels is a good hire.
He's fired
I think
if he go to the Browns.
I think McDaniels is going to be his own worst enemy because he wants control. He doesn't need control.
Josh McDaniels is daggone babyface Magoo.
He drafted Tebow.
Yeah, he did. And
He
he
wanted
stood by
control.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, it's been a lot of
draft
it's been a
Jalen
lot
Hurts
of
and say
Patriots.
that's the answer.
It's been a lot of Patriot guys pushing for Judge. My only thing now I'm about 50-50. I like the hire in some ways because I want fresh new faces, man. I want fresh new guys coming into this NFL. Because we're just siphoning around guys, and who knows, he may be able to put something on the field. Because I remember when Harbaugh got fired. Harbaugh got hired, the one in Baltimore. I said that was a bad hire.
Yeah.
And he has turned out he was a special teams guy.
He's really one of the better coaches.
He's one of the better coaches in the NFL, man. He's better than
top
his brother.
three. You say he top three in the NFL?
He probably top three.
Yeah, he top three, definitely top five.
That job, what he did with Jackson this year, he catapulted him. And I love coaching. I love coaching guys to do what they can do and not saying he doesn't fit my system.
Yeah, but and that's huge too.
Yeah.
I
love
can't
that.
stand a coach that be like, oh well, he's not a scheme player. Man, you ain't no coach.
Yeah, you ain't no coach.
You ain't no coach. You need to learn how to adjust with the times.
Yeah.
Because that's why.
Because it's not about X's and O's. It's about Johnny's and Joe's. So I like Judge and the one thing that that I think I wouldn't have hired Judge.
Joe Judge. Man.
Because what was he was a position coach. He was a wide receiver coach, right?
Yeah.
So other than Randy Moss and Edelman, what in the hell has New England put out at wide receiver? Like, what has come through New England?
Their third best receiver has been Tom Brady. And he couldn't even get to the ball.
Yeah. Now, if you'd have said tight end coach, I'd have been like, okay, now we talking.
I wouldn't have even said that.
But wide receiver coach, and they really lacking at wide receiver right now. They drafted the young guy this year, and they passed on so many.
That was a panic hire because of the second best hire this offseason, and that was Matt Rule. Yeah. Matt Rule came in.
That was a good hire.
They came in, and it was like a cowboy coming into town. Everything was wild, man. He showcased his bravado. This dude called the New York Giants and was like, "Hey, I'm sitting right down here on I-85, man. They done offered me 7 years. What, $70 million?
Yeah.
And he said, can you match?" And they said, "Oh, no, we can't do that." So they moved on.
Right.
That's big time for Carolina. I think that's a pretty gutsy hire, and I think it's a good hire for Carolina. I don't have anything bad to say about Matt Rule. Will it translate to the NFL? I don't know. I don't know because he's looking at his coordinators from Baylor.
Yeah. He hired his defensive coordinator.
Oh, so he went ahead and went through with that.
Yeah, if anybody knows his defensive coordinator from Baylor, they did not have a defense in Baylor.
Oh, man.
I can't even name not one defensive player that has came from Baylor in the last 5 years.
You know what we say here on the role players?
So Matt Rule right now, until he gets on the field, he's having the Chip Kelly feel. That's what type of hire it is. Because Chip Kelly was a great hire for Philly if he would have brought in the right coordinators with him.
Yeah.
He brought in the wrong coordinators, and then he redid it again in San Fran, and it was like, no, guy, you got to have a defensive guy in that room.
Yeah, man.
It cannot be what you did at Oregon, my friend. So Matt Rule has to have something else other than what he did in Baylor. Now, I like it because they're giving him time. He's open to bringing back Cam Newton, so that gives them more time. If I was Matt Rule, hey, man, let's just take a flyer. Give me Fitzpatrick. Give me something like that. So we can see what we got on the team, draft some wide receivers, bring in some assets, and then next season you might be in line for that guy from Clemson. So I kind of like the hire because it may line up. They have a couple assets in Carolina that you could bring into the table. Yeah. That you can get rid of and bring into the table. Yeah, so definitely. we'll just see how that go. But definitely Carolina may be in store for some wins in 2 years.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun. The big thing, I guess, the big domino on the table for Carolina now is, does he get to bring in his own guy, or does he roll with Cam Newton? Honestly, I think given the fact that he's been hired for 7 years, I think they're going to give the Cam Newton thing a trial. I think they're going to give it a trial. I think they're going to say, well, hey, we'll see if you can get something out of Cam Newton. But if not, we'll move on from him quickly and start the Matt Rule era. Because
I don't know about this Cam thing,
dude. Man. Unless they get a good offer, man, they're gonna move on. They're gonna stick with Cam.
But he just counting so much against the cap, man. He's counting so much against the cap.
This is his last year on the deal. Last year.
But what if Matt Rule goes out and have a month? What if these guys mesh and he have a monster season? So
then you bring him back.
You're gonna pay him more than $19 million?
I don't know if you're paying him more than $19 million.
That's what he's making now.
I don't know
if
you're
going to cap.
I don't know.
So now we talking about $100 million range.
He's going to have a spectacular season. He can't have a Jameis season where he's, you got numbers, but at the same time, you have bad numbers too. Cam would have to have a big season in order to get a big contract, or they'll have to move on from. Either way, I think they're in good position.
I don't know about that, man.
I think they're in a good spot, Jay, to say, we'll stick with Cam Newton for another year, give it a try. You'll do the Bruce Arians thing with Jameis Winston. We'll give it a try for a year. If it works, we can talk about coming back. If not, we'll move into the era of Rule.
I think I'll trade him and get assets, man. That's what I think. I think see if he have a bad season, if Cam Newton has a bad season, let's say he has a bad season, then we can move on. Let's say he has a bad season. In the first 6 weeks, you're going to be trying to trade him, correct?
In the first 6 weeks?
Yeah, you got to trade him for the deadline.
Nah, they ain't going to try to trade him.
Oh, they're going to let him? Because if they're having a bad season with Cam Newton, they're not going to continue to start him and end up being 8-8. They're going to sit him down to try and get an early draft pick.
I don't think they're going to try to trade him during the season. I just don't.
That's why you move on from him. Because what if you start off bad? What can you do with Cam Newton?
Then you keep going bad.
So you gonna bench him?
You might.
Oh, man, I don't like
that. I don't know. You know.
I don't think you can do Cam Newton like that, man.
Yes, you can. This is Tepper. Yeah. The richest man in the land.
Richest man in the land.
Hey, man, he flexed that wallet.
And Lonzo Ball game kind of coming along, bro.
Oh, man, get out of here. We're watching the New Orleans Pelicans, New York Knicks. I don't even know why they even got a team. But, yeah, we're watching that on the TV. This is what I'm talking about with NBA. And then they want to talk about the ratings. But you already preset this roster the schedule, where you know things can change drastically in the NBA as to who's playing and who's not, especially with load management. And we're sitting here before.
Well, it's supposed to be Zion against Barrett, man.
It's supposed to be Zion against Barrett. Barrett is not as advertised.
He's okay.
And Zion is not as advertised. Because Zion was supposed to be suited up by Christmas. Then it turned into, January. Now it's turning into, I don't know, maybe we'll sit him out for the year.
Man, what a waste, right?
Ratings are trash. That's my guy.
What if
Luka Doncic?
What if Zion is Greg Oden?
What if Zion is Greg Oden? Exactly. What if Zion is Greg Oden?
That'd be crazy.
And then what? Then what happens to the NBA? Because, this knee thing, I didn't think it was major, but he played just a few seconds in summer league. Then they said, he had a little knee dirt.
They say he tweaked his knee. He'll be good for the season.
He tweaked his knee.
Then when the season started, they say, he tweaked his knee. He gonna miss the first couple weeks. Then first couple weeks turned into first couple months. Then first couple months is like,
they was like, he'll be ready by the Christmas game.
Yeah.
And he's not. And now we're sitting here when we were saying, oh, well, he's going to come back in January probably. And now we're questioning, well, maybe we should just sit him out all year. Nah, man. That's not the move.
It might be something going on with him internally. What you think?
I think he's too heavy. I mean, you talking about wide McCarthy. I'm talking about wide Zion. Yeah. He's too heavy. Yeah. And I think that's been too much on his knees. You're talking about a guy that's going up Charles Barkley size, and he's doing all these physical dunks. He's a very physical specimen. And you're telling me his knees are not taking a pounding?
Yeah, he's the first. Shaq was the first guy I ever seen in a game shatter the backboard. And Zion was the first guy ever in the game I seen shatter a shoe.
That thing exploded. Shoegate.
Shoegate, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the fate is for Zion Williamson, but, I've been saying for quite some time, what if he's Greg Oden?
Yeah, man.
Because Greg Oden was supposed to be the next wave of the big man.
Who got drafted after Zion?
John Morant.
Oh, man.
And he kind of look as advertised now.
Yeah, he's balling, man.
Grizzlies suck, but he's playing good.
No. You got with him and Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh boy, they future look bright.
I like John Morant. I don't know about this Zion guy.
Yeah, man.
But I tell you what I do know about. It's round 2 of the NFL, boy. Ooh-wee. Oh man, what you got? The booger mobile? You projecting that out of the booger mobile? That thing sound broke, man.
Bang bang, not a game.
Nah, man. When your team in the playoffs, ask Duval Melvin. When your team in the playoffs, you gotta let it be known.
Oh, it's gonna be known. Be loud. It's gonna be gone.
You gotta let everybody feel that funk.
Known. Bang bang, not a game.
Oh man,
here we come.
We got the Niners up first.
Here we
against the Minnesota Vikings.
Here we come.
Then you got the Seattle Seahawks going up against. I done had a brain fart. The Seahawks against
Packers.
The Packers.
You love 12.
Sheesh. 12, man. 12. Then you got the Texans going up against the Chiefs.
That's gonna be low key a good game.
Titans Ravens.
Yeah, that's a good game. But tomorrow night that's gonna be. Listen, man. Whatever's going on Sunday, it better be better than tomorrow. It's gonna be hard to do tomorrow. Period.
Yeah, because NFC is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, NFC got the good games, and I'm
no. The Ravens play is the night game tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. That's big time. Yeah, because Sunday, I was telling Phil, I was like, yeah, I'm really not hype about that Kansas City Texas game. I was like, really, they should beat the Texans.
I am. The Texans beat them.
He said he was hype, and he was like, the Texans beat them. I was like, okay, well, you know, Pat Mahomes was dealing with an injury earlier in the season.
Yeah.
You know that the Texans usually, because for what it's worth, they was getting balled up in that game last week. But
man,
Deshaun showed up.
Michael Jordan.
Deshaun showed up.
Yeah, you know why I'm excited about it.
Why?
Andy Reid has to win. He's at the point now where he has to win, man.
What, does he really? Because they're not firing him in Kansas City.
They're not firing him, but he has a hell of a coordinator that's breathing down his neck.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Man, Andy Reid has to win. So at what point are you going to be the Mike D'Antoni of football?
He already is.
So at some point he has to win. The pressure is on this guy.
No.
And Watson is playing with house money.
I mean, neither team really has nothing to lose because other than the game, Jay.
I don't know, man.
Nah, because I mean, if Andy Reid fumbles this game like Andy Reid is infamous for doing, they'll just be back next year. If the Texans fumble this game, they're going to say, well, this is what the Texans do. And then they'll be back next year.
So you do know who had the best defense in the last, and I always say the last 8 weeks of the season, the second half of the season.
Who, the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So their defense is coming along. So this guy with these weapons and these multitude of weapons, and he has started something in the NFL that's going to be a problem. So from now on, you hate running backs.
I don't hate running backs.
You hate paying those guys, right?
Okay, yeah, get it right.
So now Andy Reid has started load management because he took McCoy and said, "We're gonna sit you out this game."
Yeah,
We're gonna
he
sit
ain't
you
been
out
playing
this game.
McCoy.
Yeah. He did load management with him.
He ain't did load management. McCoy is trash.
Oh man, come on, man. So he did do load management.
Trash.
McCoy was having days off, games off, and they were saying it's a rest day.
That's because he's trash. McCoy is done in the NFL.
Okay, so he's done.
It's the Williamses.
He's done in the NFL, and it's the Williamses, coming from a Williamses. So let me tell you this.
You got that right.
This game, everything is pointing to Kansas City. But man, it's something about Watson, man. It's something about this guy where he is
hard.
Where he is saving the coach's job, man. He's saving this guy's job. So you know what I think?
He's not in jeopardy of losing his job, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien is. He
No, he ain't, man.
You know why?
They ain't got a GM. The owner died. They don't even. They kind of in limbo, bro.
You know why? You know what I see when I see the Texans?
Trash.
I see the first half of the game. They say, okay, we're going to run this play. We're going to run that play. And it's not working. It may be because of Watson.
It's all Deshaun Watson.
It may be because everyone else is not doing what they're supposed to. And then in the second half, they just say, go play.
Okay, they do. And that's where Deshaun Watson thrives the most. As much as I give Deshaun Watson flack, man, he does not know how to read a pocket. He creates his own sacks. He's not the best passer. The dude has heart. You cannot measure. I think he has one of the toughest. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks in the NFL. That's why I do like Deshaun Watson. Because you can't put that in an attribute on Madden. Oh, how much heart does this guy got? Nah, Deshaun Watson is the real deal. I like Deshaun Watson. Can he get the Kansas City Chiefs? He sure can, because we know that Andy Reid is infamous for fumbling games. But can he get Pat Mahomes? Nah, he cannot get Pat Mahomes. No matter what they do in Kansas City, that court looks crazy.
Yeah, man, they're going to start something with the NBA courts, man.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I do at the same time.
Miami's good, boy.
But Miami is very good. But as much as I don't see him beating Pat Mahomes, man. If I'm calling this game, I'm going to say final score 31-22. Kansas City.
Man. Dang.
It might be 31-15.
I think, you know what I'm saying, not Tennessee. Houston Texans, man, they've been up and down all season. I mean, they did beat Kansas City earlier. It's going to be a tough game. The weather is going to, that weather element is going to be a factor in this game. But I mean, if I'm knowing the Houston Texans, like I know the Houston Texans, you're going to laugh at me for saying this because you're going to be like, wow. But we always have one of these games.
Yeah.
I'm going Kansas City 41, Houston 16.
No, that's about right. I think it could easily be a blowout, man.
41-16, man.
But do not be surprised if the
No, I won't be surprised
if the Chiefs go out.
Yeah, because I'm used to Andy Reid. Andy Reid put up some numbers with Alex Smith there, and they blew some leads as well in the playoffs.
Yeah. We're gonna move on to the next AFC game.
Yeah, let's go to something a little bit more sexy.
Ravens versus the Titans. This game is a little sexy. Because Vrabel gets it done. And you talking about two of the NFL's best on offense this season. Best quarterback, best running back. And we all know what big running backs like Henry does. He softens up a defense. Now, can the Ravens bring it to this guy? Because if they can bring it to this guy, ball game's over. Titans get blown out. But are they?
So you know what's more intriguing in this football game than the big story in this game is the Titans is the only team that did not play Lamar Jackson that's left in the AFC.
Yeah.
They're the only team. But what they're doing with Lamar Jackson, they were trying with Mariota.
Yeah.
So when you load him up, and Mike Vrabel, he may he's been doing some coaching, man. He might have a little Belichick up in him. I gotta think now. I'm not saying I think Tennessee this is gonna be closer than what people think, but I got a feeling that he has something in store to slow down Lamar Jackson tomorrow.
I think he
I just
does
got
too.
that feeling, man.
I got an eerie feeling, man.
Because it just keep coming to me, and I'll be like, well, Baltimore does have this, but really, Baltimore is a one-trick pony. Ingram's coming in kind of gimpy. Their running game is not as strong
3
as
weeks
it's been.
rest.
3 weeks
rest.
And then
a little rust.
And they have no outside targets. They outside men.
It's tight ends.
It's tight ends.
And running backs.
And tight end play. If you have not seen the Titans play and not seen them hit, these guys hit you.
Yeah, but see, I guess the concern that the key to a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, stopping a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, the Titans have a very good defense, man. They have a very good team overall. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you got to stay at home on this guy, man.
You got to stay at home against Lamar Jackson, and then most of all, you need speed at linebacker. The Titans they're not slow at linebacker, but they're not fast at linebacker either. And I don't know if they're going to be able to stop Lamar Jackson, but like I said, I do buy into Vrabel, and it may not just be the linebackers. Because who said he can't play DBs?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, man.
They got some real good DBs, and
because you just need to contain Lamar and make him throw.
And like I said, man, Vrabel's been there. This is third year, correct? Second year?
Third, I think.
Third year. They have been practicing against Mariota. Now I know that's not Lamar Jackson, but those are the same plays. That's the same style quarterback. I have a sneaky suspicion that this game is going to be closer than what you think. I have to go with Baltimore because it's going to be in Baltimore. And I'm going to go Baltimore 2017.
You know the real X factor of this game, though.
What's that?
The man you've been hyping up all along.
Tannehill?
He's really the X factor of this game, man.
Yeah, Tannehill is balling.
If you know Henry is going to run. Now, for what? I don't know, because they can go out and slow down Henry.
Tannehill had one of the top ratings in the league.
Yeah, but he had a horrible game last week.
He didn't have to pass.
But when he passed, it was not good.
Oh, man. Come on.
If Tannehill can come out and play okay to good, Baltimore will be in trouble, man, because they can slow the game down and make Lamar Jackson have to just come out every so often because they have Henry. Henry is going to make the defense pay one way or another. Either he's going to chunk his way to a measly 100, but it's going to be very physical, or he's going to bust some runs too.
I'm gonna tell you, in the Baltimore game, watch the first play of offense for Tennessee. If it's a run play and Henry goes 10 yards, it's gonna be a long day.
It's gonna be a long day.
It's gonna be a long day, man. I'm telling you,
it's gonna be a long day.
It is gonna be a long day because some people call him the Gazelle, some people call him
the Behemoth.
A clone between Eddie George and Chris Johnson.
He's definitely not that.
I call him the giraffe.
You know what I call him?
As he moves.
I call him the Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut.
He's huge, man. He's came around. He's really came around in the last 2 years.
So, two of my favorite guys in the NFL going head to head. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, now, this Packers team, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how they've done it, but they've done it. Because they came out and everybody was like, ooh, they're a defensive team. Then the defense faded. But they continued to win. Yeah. It goes to prove that when you have an arm back there, you can get it done. But Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers of old. But he's evolved, though.
They struggle every single week, man.
I think they do. They struggle every single week. But this Seattle team, man, how long can we do this beast mode thing? How long can we only rely on Russell Wilson? How long is that going to take them? How far is that going to take them? This is an excellent matchup because both of these guys can catch enough flame up under them to drive them to the NFC Championship and maybe do some work. Because they have the arms to get it done. I'm going to make this a quick, a quick analysis. Yeah. Because that's pretty much it. But I got to go, man, with Aaron Rodgers, man. I got to go with Aaron Rodgers and say they squeaked this game out 17-14. to 15.
17-15.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
The DK Metcalf look good now, don't it?
Look like David Boston.
David Boston, get out of here, man.
What was wrong with David Boston?
Come on, man.
What was wrong with David Boston?
David Boston, your head.
Now, you used to, if I'm not mistaken, you had a David Boston jersey.
I ain't had no David Boston.
You telling a lie.
I think that was you.
Well, you had a powder blue Chargers jersey.
I can't believe you said David Boston, man.
So you didn't like David? Man, get out of here,
David Boston,
man.
he was all right, man.
Man, I'm trashing you today.
You ain't trashing
I'm
me,
done
man.
with you. Nah, man.
TK Metcalf.
You got Alzheimer's or
Boston.
something,
I ain't
man.
got no Alzheimer's, man.
Man, he look like David
I'm a
Boston.
David Boston, your head.
David Boston had some numbers for the Cardinals.
To David Boston.
Nah, man, he wasn't bad, man. And the Chargers.
So
Man,
check
you're
this
a
out,
sucker.
man. Whenever something is wrong with Seattle, man.
Doing it for the clout.
I don't know about Marshawn Lynch, man. When I seen him step out on the
It's
field,
fun to watch him though.
he came out of the truck with the Skittles falling. Maybe you've been eating too many Skittles, cause I like your YouTube show though.
Don't disrespect him
I
though.
like the YouTube show. It's good, boss.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't disrespect him because he done got a touchdown every game.
Yeah, he has. He got a touchdown every game. You know, he I guess he's serving his purpose. They're really not a running team. It's going to be a hard game this week, man. They calling for heavy snow all day.
Yeah, it's going to be a little.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I won't be shocked if Seattle win this game because Seattle normally.
Likewise.
When Seattle plays a team they're supposed to beat, they play that team like they supposed to beat them, and they barely beat them. Then when they play somebody that's a real opponent, they bring their A game. But this time, I think the waters ran dry. Seattle got a raw deal when they lost all their running backs, man. It's not the same team. It's not the same sexiness coming with them, man. And
yeah,
Green Bay just got the Cards. The Cards was dead right this time. And yeah, I think Green Bay going to be moving on, man. I'm going to go 17-10.
You took mine. I was going to do 17-10.
Yeah.
I see we're thinking similarly.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it's probably going to be an excellent game. Big time numbers.
Big time numbers. That's that game at 6 o'clock, man. That weather going to be crazy, man. It's going to be cold out there. 6
Could
o'clock.
you imagine living somewhere like that?
Not 6 o'clock. My bad. 6:40. This is the first time they did that this year for the playoff game
Division,
on that Sunday.
Yeah.
They doing it at 3:30 and 6:40. And
yeah, they did it like it's the
championship weekend.
Championship weekend.
But I like that the ratings going to be off the. It's going to be flying off. So.
Oh man, I can't wait.
So what I love, what I'm so happy. I'm so happy my 49ers won that game and we stayed the hell away from Green Bay.
I'm telling you. Because it is a real setup game now.
That makes it a Green Bay type of game.
It's a real setup game because nobody wanted to go to Green Bay.
No.
Nobody.
And it really shouldn't be. I know their record is 13-3, but when you watch them, there's no way that should have been New Orleans hosting that game this weekend.
So, on to better weather.
On to the bang bang Niner game.
Minnesota Vikings versus the bang bang Niner game. The bang bang Niner game.
Should I even talk about this game?
No, I'll talk about this game because I'm not biased.
I'm not gonna be biased either.
Man, Minnesota got it done once again against the Saints. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Kirk Cousins went for his famous speech again. You like that? You like that?
Did he say that? I missed that.
Oh, you missed that. He did it in the locker room. He said, you like that? But
I seen that, man. Kirk Cousins, you're a turd.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is a minivan driving soon to be Phillip Rivers' bosom buddy, dad, partner, or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. Kirk Cousins is just about as average gets. You know, I talk a lot about
he made a big throw, son.
He did. He always makes a big throw. But he did win on the big stage. But these guys they've managed to get Adam Thielen injured.
Yeah, man. And Stephon Diggs was already.
And Diggs is a baby. He's a baby. But they still have Dalvin Cook. But they going up against this Niner team, man.
And we fresh, boy.
Now, I will say what I've been saying all year. Jimmy Garoppolo has got to show up.
Oh, he gonna show up. He's
been playing well this season. I don't have much bad to say about Jimmy Garoppolo. I do have something bad to say about your coach, though.
Hey, what's wrong with the coach?
Did you hear about Shanahan? Did you hear?
What'd he say?
Oh, man. So, Mike Shanahan, junior? Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan. What's wrong with you,
The
dog?
reason why I called him Mike Shanahan is because you guys have a secret coach on your staff. Y'all got Mike Shanahan on the staff.
Yeah, he's on the staff.
These jokers,
he's a consultant. He's a consultant with the team.
They send him footage from the practices and everything remotely to Denver, where he's living. And I mean, can Kyle Shanahan not coach on his own?
No, they said it was a package deal, man. When he got hired, Shanahan was a consultant.
That's weak.
Daddy was a consultant on the staff.
That's weak.
That's not weak.
It is weak. That's weak.
What do you mean?
It's weak, man.
He's probably been a consultant with him the whole time.
Kyle Shanahan has been coaching the season of his
Kyle
life.
Shanahan, the coach of the year, man.
He's the puppet of the year. But
the puppet.
But Kyle Shanahan has a very
you got
good
some
team.
hate. Now I wasn't doing you like this when Jacksonville was trying to beat the Wings.
Who was controlling Doug Marrone? Not Tom Coughlin.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You might as well cut that food, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
I had to think about that for a minute.
Yeah, it might have been Tom Coughlin. It seemed like some Coughlin ball out there.
Yeah,
but I don't think he was coaching. But yeah, I'm not gonna rag on Shanahan too much. But I don't know, man. I think this is the most lopsided of the games, to be honest with you. Minnesota can beat y'all. I will say that. They can beat you. It's any given Sunday. I just don't believe in Kirk Cousins. I do believe Jimmy G is going to show up enough. I believe you running game. I believe everything 49ers is going to show up. Pass defense. This may be the blowout that we're talking about. I'm going to go ahead and say this will be 27-13.
But I mean,
San Fran.
I'm thinking along the same lines. I mean, San Fran. This is our real. Do you know this is our first home playoff game in the new stadium?
Santa Clara.
Remember I was saying we don't have a home field advantage?
Yeah.
Well, we can build home field advantage this weekend. Because we're going to be fresh, man. We got all the guys back. We got Quan back. We got D Ford back. We got Tart back. We got everybody back. But the only thing that's scaring me in this game is when we played these guys last year, they gave us a fit. Man. Kirk Cousins knows Shanahan offense. He was with him in Washington. Those guys know now. You got to believe Shanahan's going to have some little wrinkles in there, here and there. But just like I said in the Tennessee game, watch the first offensive play for Minnesota. If Dalvin Cook, this goes hand in hand. If Dalvin Cook has a 10-yard run or a 10-yard play in the first play, it's gonna be a pretty tough game.
Yeah.
So I think the game plan is to stop Dalvin Cook, make Cousins one-dimensional. We all know he's inconsistent.
Very.
And their weapons, their offensive weapons, wide receivers really ain't been in sync all season. Kyle Rudolph been the most reliable. He's on the loan, the downside of his career. And I got to go San Fran. You know I'm going 9, bang, bang, bang. 34-13.
Hey.
34-13.
You better win. Because me and Trey been talking about you.
Man, Trey can't say nothing, man. Trey want y'all to have Lamar Jackson.
We got some teal for real.
Yeah, man, you better have some teal for real. Don't make me go back on my memory feed and pull up them videos of y'all.
Oh man, it just passed by me. I about cried. That was a beautiful moment.
Seen
man,
one.
I ain't been able to wear my gold hat since.
Nah, you ain't.
That's my winning hat, man.
Nah, you ain't.
Dang, that's a mess. But I like to thank the link. He said that Kirk Cousins. He said it ain't just Kirk Cousins. He said you can put anybody back there and they're gonna have problems. But I don't know, man. I think it's Kirk Cousins. Like, I think they need them a real quarterback. But
that's Detroit Link?
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, he
know about them quarterbacks.
Yeah, he know about
he ain't got one.
Yeah. He likes Stafford though.
He got the fool's gold.
But he know about them teams up there in that division, man. Because we've been saying for years that Green Bay's a little overrated.
Yeah. But Green Bay gets it done. Hey, as long as you got an arm, you can do it. But
yeah.
I'm gonna close out with a hey guy for Josh McCown, man. Give it up for Josh McCown. I know he didn't win the game, but man, he almost won the game. This dude tore his hamstring off the bone and played through it for a half. He played through it for a half, man. And like I said on Facebook, that makes me think about when Jay Cutler set out on his team for an ego bruise.
All of Daniel Thomas, man.
Nah, I won't get on LT as bad.
Why?
It's LT.
Phillip Rivers tore his ACL and played through it.
Phillip Rivers will play through anything. Like, everybody talking about Brady gonna play till he's 45. Nah, Phillip Rivers probably gonna try to play till he's 50. And he out there pushing balls. He ain't even throwing no more. Them things just airmailing.
He ain't throwing.
I was like, look at Phillip Rivers, man. That's why he was hype about that 90-yard touchdown. I will say it again. I will say it in your face. I will say it in your face. Man, I ain't mad at Phillip Rivers, but don't be mad at the messenger. I'm just saying he got to go, but we don't have to go because you can find us all the time on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Spreaker, as well as a few other platforms for podcasts. Don't forget to hit the play button and share. Play button and share. Guys, if you're watching this right now, make sure you hit the play button on your podcast platform preference, and then hit the share button. Share it on Facebook. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with your enemies, because there's no greater debate than the greatest hate. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just like you're doing now. And you can send us messages. You can chat with us. We like to hear the debates, man. We love the debate. We love the debates. Like I debated this guy about I'm a hometown hero for Mike McCarthy.
I'm 101 and 0 now.
101 and 0.
Yeah, I was 100 and 0 before today.
In blowing gas?
No, in blowing you off these mics up in here, bro. Get out of here, man.
Man,
Duval.
Yeah.
Duval, you will fall.
Don't be disrespectful. Do not be disrespectful. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a heck of a time, man. You guys enjoyed the big football weekend, NCAA football championship, and the divisional round for the NFL playoffs. Nothing is better than seeing the gridiron light up with the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday night lights. You guys take care and enjoy yourselves, and hit that play and share. We are out.